I want to take chances that make me feel so uncomfortable. When you meet somebody that made it, you met someone that did what they had to do to not be in the situation that they weren't happy with. You need to read a book. Like, turn off the TV, pick up a book, don't scroll. That shit is just dopamine. My mind's like, help me. But my thumb is like, I don't care. To make a career out of being you is crazy.
You are now tuned in to the Raymundo Show.
Welcome to my show. This is your host, Raymundo. It's been a minute, but it's good to be back. It's good to hear my crisp voice on this crisp microphone. Mad self-conscious because it's been a minute. I said a minute already. How about a second? Let's give it a second to try, right? But yeah, man. Oh, man. 2 years. Lots done change, including my weight. I think I was a little dimmer and a little slimmer. But yeah, I mean, wow. Was so excited for this moment. I thought I was going to just be like talking my ass off. I thought I was going to be, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, I just time to get used to this shit again. But yeah, but moving on like U-Haul. I ain't gonna front, I was looking crazy. I kind of wanted to show the difference. Like, I'm going from looking crazy to looking less crazy. But like, I remember, I think it was season 2. By season 2, I already had moved to Massachusetts, and I was like, yo, I gotta find a barber. And I did find the barber, but he's only available during the times that I work or got my kids. So I kind of said, fuck it. And just, I'm going to be honest, where I live at, it's like nobody else give a fuck either. So it's like, you just like, let me join the party. Let me join the fucking party. Oh man, even the police be like, fuck it. I stay doing some shit and you just see them look at you like, man, get ahead. Like, whatever, man. We chilling right now. I live like in a suburb. It's called Gardner, Massachusetts. It's been 5 years. It's crazy. And you know, as a New Yorker, no matter where they ask you, you always gotta let them know somehow I'm from New York, right? You know what I'm saying? They could be talking about going to the bar. And you're like, yo, I used to go to this bar on the Lower East Side. Just like you got to let them know, like, I'm not a Boston Red Sox fan. And I'm dead ass. Yo, out of all the Boston teams, that's the only team, like, I don't care about the team, their fans, their culture. If I ever do a boxing celebrity, it don't even have to be celebrity. It could be a boxing charity. I want to fight somebody from the Sox. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. On some Yankee shit. On some, remember when Darryl Strawberry and Bonitez got it on? It's Darryl Strawberry rocked them. Oh man. And you know, in the past, especially my first season, you know, I was wifed up. Now I'm on that single. We can't really afford to mingle right now. So I'm just focusing on, you know what I'm saying, trying to better myself for my kids. And shit, they're doing amazing, as you can see. You know, they're tall, they're talking. Oh man, the way they bond together, like sometimes I'm not even paying no mind. They like playing with toys and they randomly hug each other, or my son will put his arm around his sister, or she'll like look for him and she'll be like, oh, where's Gordo? That's crazy. He was fat for like 1 month. He wasn't even fat. He was chunky for 1 month and Gordo stuck. I call him Ray because I want to make sure he know his name, and I love when he respond. And my daughter sounds like, I swear, you put her in a novela right now, she'll crush it. She'd be like, ¿Dónde está? Yeah, and that's her catchphrase is ¿Dónde está? And espera. espera. Oh man, I love being a dad. You know, I miss New York like crazy. This is the longest I haven't been in New York. I would love to go back home, but you know what I'm saying? I can't. It's hard for me to be away from them. They're in the cute, don't talk back years. You know what I'm saying? You know, you put them in the corner. You know, they don't like the corner. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy. Grow up in the hood, you end up in the corner but you got hit up when you got in trouble. It was in no corner. Oh man, yeah. For those who don't, that's definitely that's an update for those who give a fuck. If you don't give a fuck, I don't either. And those who don't know me, it's your first time listening. You get an idea of the podcast that you're listening to. Yeah, I didn't want to take a break, but a lot of things was going on, and I couldn't focus on that. I had to focus on being the best dad I could be. And what's not left out of being the best that you can be is that you got to make that money, B. You know what I mean? Like that's essential. You don't eat, you know what I'm saying? You don't make money. You don't make money. You can't do nothing. The last time I was on here, I kind of told you I was doing customer service. Now that I'm not with the company, I can say the name. Shout out to Spectrum, you know what I'm saying? Providing you with your internet services and telecommunication around the world. Shout out to everybody I worked with at Spectrum. It was a great experience. Yo, shout out to Lou. Lou always, like, the main person that used to listen to my podcast and always told me to come back. I want to make sure I give him a shout out. And everybody else, I love y'all. There's too many of y'all to shout out. I'll be here half the episode losing listeners because I'm trying to shout y'all, but I love y'all. Shout out to my whole team. You know what I'm saying? Team Squash. Yo, I ain't gonna front. When we did the training, we had to name our team, and it was I can't believe I'm saying it wrong, but we were the Squashes, right? And we got our name from that squash, that Dr. Squash soap. Something, yeah, I think that's what it's called. I wanted some other thing, you know what I'm saying? Like the cable guys, or, you know what I'm saying? Connected. It's all about connection, bro. So now I'm in another customer service job and I'm working from home and it's dope. You know what I'm saying? I get to wake up, drink some coffee, watch some First Take, some Get Up. I definitely got to watch Get Up when I get up. Like, I couldn't help it, right? It's a good job when you really remove your feelings, you know what I'm saying? And there's so many funny moments that happen. It's like, I ain't gonna front, since I've been in customer service, I done thought about like 3 stories. And one is like a spinoff, me and Deb, you know what I'm saying? We got a dynamic that would be crazy. I would like to see it on screen or in a book, something. This episode, you know what I'm saying? It's about change, about changes I've been through, just change in general. Like, it's such a major part of our lives. And some of us run to it, some of us run away from it. Totally forgot the fucking point I was trying to make. I don't want my podcast to be like before. Like, don't get me wrong, I loved it. I loved the episodes prior to this one, but I always want to have a self-help element, but I don't want to feel like I'm trying to give you advice. Like, don't get me wrong, do I give good advice? Yeah, but you're going to do what you're going to do anyway. Whether I'm living it or not, you still going to do what you're going to do anyway. Because I listen to a lot of great people and I'm still not there yet. And I ain't going to front, my mental health has gotten probably as bad as probably as bad as it's ever been. And I just been taking baby steps. And I'm not going to lie, knowing that I'm going to come back and turn this microphone on, had me like, you know what I'm saying? Like, had me with excitement. Other than that, when I go through that stuff, my kids, once I see those faces, once I hear dad, like, my frame of mind, just changes. And when I drop them off, that's when I actually feel that pain. No, actually, when I drop them off, I'll notice is when I start getting stressed out, depression start coming in. A good thing to do, that's why journaling is good. You get to see like why even though that's not how I figured it out, but if you think about it, you read your journal. But then again, who writes in the journal and who writes in their journal and then reads the shit? You know what I'm saying? That's like, I can't even think of a good example, but yeah. So maybe you shouldn't use that. But just like, try to even know what you're doing. Like, besides the journal, like, know what you did that day. All right, I ate McDonald's. I forgot I didn't have the money to buy my kids. Whatever the case may be. And then you kind of get to see, all right, how can you prevent that next time? Don't eat McDonald's, work an extra shift so you can get that for your kid, you know? It's funny because I always use like real examples and shit. Like I'm trying to be slick. Oh man. Sometimes it's best to start the action and then talk later. But it's so easy to talk. It's so easy to talk about the things you want to do and the things you want to accomplish. But are you willing to put the work in? You know what I'm saying? Like that's something I deal with all the time. Like awareness, I feel like is a gift and a curse. Cause like sometimes I tell people the issues I'm having with, and they're like, yo, you know what's the difference between you and other people that you dead ass knowing? But I feel like it makes you a fool to know and still do it anyway. I gotta turn things around. And y'all gonna be with me for that process. That's probably a reason why I didn't put it, I didn't drop the episodes. I feel like I didn't want you to see that side. But like now you about to get to know me like you never have before. I want to take chances that make me feel so uncomfortable. When you meet somebody that made it, you met someone that did what they had to do to not be in the situation that they weren't happy with. There are people that fought hard to excel. And not everybody gets it. Some people, is who you know, and they get connected. And they really do. And I feel like I don't know if any of y'all watch BMF. Yo, that show is full of connections because the acting, oh man, I'm so mad that I didn't try to be an actor because I swear to God, I could have made that show. When Lala is one of the top actors and respect to Lala because she got better since Power, even though people probably hate her still. She's more convincing, but she's one of the best actors in BMF, and that's crazy. But back to the topic. The world's always been changing. It's just, I feel like it's magnified since COVID. And it's crazy. Like this podcast came out the year COVID came out. It's a whole different world now. I feel like AI slowly taking over. Well, not on some Skynet shit, but they creeping. And I ain't gonna front, I like AI. So in case they do creep, I respect y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, thank you for helping me think of ideas. Yeah, the prices is still up. I couldn't stand Biden so much that I there's a part of me, I ain't gonna front that I was almost like, yo, if Trump win, he might actually change. And I'm it's crazy. I'm a conspiracy theorist. I don't even believe in none of that shit anyway. So I don't even know what I was thinking. But oh man, but yeah, it's funny because it's like sometimes you hear posts and it's like we're fucked, we're fucked. Oh man, Diddy had to stop. You know what I mean? Like his motto was "Can't stop, won't stop." I think you're gonna have to stop now. I think it's time for you to just. I mean, I think the court's gonna stop him. I don't know what's going on. I know he's trying to get a pardon and shit from Trump. Damn, what else is going on in the world? That's why it's good to have a co-host, like bounce shit off. I'm gonna have more this time. I'm gonna have more people. Like, don't get me wrong, it's doing it by yourself. You don't have to wait on nobody. You could just get on the microphone and go. I'll have those episodes from time to time. But yeah, we definitely need some people to bounce stuff off. And the world always goes through its different phases, and it just seems like it just finds a way to make something more difficult. I don't feel like it needs to be like that, but this is the world we were born into, so we can't really fight that. Like example, right? Anything to make life easier, you got to keep it to yourself because you want to be putting stuff out. It's only a matter of time, and it's gonna be a mistake. You're gonna make a mistake and die. Yo, I think deep down inside, I probably want to start a conspiracy podcast, but I think that's later on the line. Once my trust fund for my kids is all set up. Maybe when I'm 80, so they could just be like, leave that crazy old man alone. He don't know what he's talking about. But yeah, it's a lot going on. I just feel like it feels different. It could just feel different because you're just different. Moving on from the world. So I'm going to circle back real quick to Spectrum. So they had closed down the office, and man, it was sad because, I wanted to go visit. A lot of great people there. There's people that were working there for a long time, and it closed down, and things like that happen. Like, I never wanted to be in the union. I never wanted to like move up in the company. I always wanted to make it like away from that. Even though I'm gonna be honest, I'm not really built like that, but I'm trying to transform myself into that. Word the optimist. trying to be different, trying to replace what you used to, it's not an easy task and it's uncomfortable. And I did a whole episode about the comfort zone before. It's pretty good. It's really your worst enemy because like comfort knows no boundaries. It has no limits. It's unstoppable. Like it, and I mean, who don't want to be comfortable? But it's like if you want to get to the other side of things, being uncomfortable is the way to go. And like I don't know if you ever heard legends are made at 5 a.m. Yo, if you could consistently wake up that early, but without needing to, like people wake up at 5 all the time to go to their job. But if you could wake up 5 o'clock to really, you trying to, you know what I'm saying? You're trying to build something. That's quiet time. That's personal time. I did mention 5 a.m. I read the 5 a.m. Club. And man, that book is great. I have trouble waking up at 8. I'm waking up at 5, 3 hours earlier. You know what I'm saying? Especially if I'm watching House of Lies the night before on the Netflix. Yo, when I first started watching that show, I was like, yo, I don't know if I would have went with Don Cheadle on that, but he's bodying that. I feel like in another life, I was definitely a producer. Yeah, and we all know people that are like that. Like we all know people that's like, yo, they complain about the same shit every day, but don't make no changes. And you might be that person. I'm that person. You know what I'm saying? We all have that in us. But what needs to happen for you to like make that move? I always hated that. And I had that thought in my head where I'm like, if you don't change it, God's gonna change it. The universe gonna change it. Whatever you believe is moving everything around, it's gonna change it. Especially when you know deep down. But honestly, it's easier to hide. It's easier to do what you used to. It's home. It's home. It's not like being in your house. I don't know if you ever lived by yourself, but it gets a little lonely sometimes. But when you good with yourself, sometimes a little too good with yourself. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing but yeah, it's easier to stay the same than actually do something different. And we all heard that saying, insanity, doing the same thing, can't expect different results. Now let's talk about the people that do that. We all know that. We all have that disciplined friend. We all have that friend that make moves, or we have that family member, somebody that like they have stories to tell, wisdom to share, and knowledge to give. Put that in the book. It's not easy being able to do that because it seems like when you're ready to take that next step, the universe it wants to test you. Like whatever it is it wants to test you. It's like, okay, all right. You say you're going to do this? All right. Let's see if I put a banana in your tailpipe. Let's see if you're going to make it there. But you got to be willing to take the Uber. You got to be willing to get on a bike if you have to. And it's worth it, man. Yo, listen, we live in a world where like, it's never not going to be tough. The world is always, is always going to be tough. It's going to be like somebody with the little man complex. So like a chihuahua, it is always just going to be tough, ready. Like, and if you're not ready, I should gonna sweep you off your feet. When you have a job, remember it's just over broke. And that's some real shit. Like you literally one corporate, when they minimize corporate breakdown or budget cuts or something, when you depend on one income and you can't even just stay there. Like, and this is some shit that you just probably need to hear. You gotta be like Batman with shit. You ever seen like they haven't really showed it like that in the movies, but in like the cartoons or comics, Batman be like 10 steps ahead of everybody. This is a very like special comic book series or even cartoon where a criminal like breaks into Batman's cave and he finds out everybody's weaknesses. And that's Batman being 10 steps ahead. Like, yo, if Superman wig out, I got some kryptonite for his ass. You know what I'm saying? Have fucking Aquaman swimming with Shamu. Remember Shamu? That's how you know you old. Like, it's so messed up. We go to those things and then you watch a documentary and you be like, yo, we ain't shit. You got to be prepared because you're not safe. You're not safe. Your job is not 100% guaranteed. Your business is not 100% guaranteed. People that make it in business are the people that are able to switch it up. If podcast is not the thing, you know what I'm saying? Do I gotta switch to the voiceover? Like, you gotta be 10 steps ahead of the game. And ain't too many to go on. Like, like I said, I'm not trying to have it where like I'm trying to like school you and everything. I'm not by any means destroying it, but I am trying something different, which is like taking baby steps. So since I'm not part of the cool club where I have to show people that I go to the gym every day, even though I'm not a trainer. Yo, people be posting. It's like, yo, bro, like you're not even a fitness trainer. Like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna front. You trying to get more attention, I guess. But it's like, yo, like, I don't know. Just certain things. I'm like, yo, even before when you younger, you see the Instagram girls looking fine. You know what I mean? Like, appreciate the beauty. But at some point, it's like, yo, you just showing, like, I seen your ass like a million times already in the same pose, in the same type of outfit. Like, what's the substance behind that? You know what I'm saying? I feel like when you get older, like, it's more than just the looks. It got to be a mixed personality. Because even when I was young, I couldn't really deal with anybody I didn't connect with. But even more so, because social media done changed everything. Reality shows done change everything. For you to base your life on something you saw on a reality TV show, you need to read a book. Like, turn off the TV, pick up a book, don't scroll. That shit is just dopamine. Like, yo, sometimes I get caught and I'm just there, like, and I can't get out. And I feel like I'm like, my mind's like, help me. But my thumb is like, I don't care. Another thing that's your health. I feel like we live in a time where, like, if you don't get cancer, you like, not like, I don't feel like it's like if there's 5 people, one, I feel like out of the 5 people, 3.5, and one might beat it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit is, and it's a combination of things. And then, like I said, I feel like the world just since COVID, it feels like a stressed world. You know what I mean? A lot of shit's happening that, of course, we can't explain, we can't find out, but we can't depend on someone to save us. We got to save ourselves. And the best thing you could do when it comes to something inevitable is just try to be 10 steps ahead. That's all you really could do. Have more than one form of income. Work on your health and everything. You can start everything like step by step. You don't even gotta like go crazy. Like I was mentioning, I went to the gym. You know how I did it? I went one time, once a week for 3 weeks. Then I went 2 times a week for 2 weeks. And now this is my fourth week going 3 times. Never used to really drink water. Started with half a cup. Now I'm up to 1 cup. I'll be getting to 2 cups. Same thing with podcasting. Started posting videos. Sometimes I just turn the mic on and in between calls, I'll just be there like, yo, this is your host, Raymundo. Where you live too. If you don't own, all they need to do is sell the building. You slip up and miss your taxes. And they make it harder. They're making it harder for us to own, to have businesses from where I'm standing from. Like, I speak to a lot of business owners. I speak to a lot of like people that own shit. And in between, sometimes if they mention that they have a business, I'll ask them some questions. I ain't get called on it yet, but sometimes I'll be like, yo, so how you got into that? Oh man, I remember when I was like 18, my first job, some dude came in and he was like, listen, they don't want us to know all that. You got to ear hustle. You know why I do my thing? Because I ear hustle. Sometimes you got to ear hustle. It's not all about just hustling outside. Sometimes you got to hustle in your mind. Don't mind me. But yeah, I don't know if you got value from this episode. I hope you did. This is my first one back. Got to get in the swing of things. Get more people on the show. Yeah, I'm going to have fun with this. I'm going to be me. Like, to make a career out of being you is crazy. Like, I just finished, I watched a podcast with Adam Sandler and Joe Rogan. And yo, hearing Adam Sandler say he gets as nervous as we do, he worries, he doubts himself. And I mean, the majority of us, at least my generation, he's a legend. You know what I mean? Like, he makes movies with his friends and family. He always picks the hottest girl to be his, lead actress. And his wife is gorgeous. And he has a great family. He has kids. He plays basketball. Like, bro, like, sub me in. You know what I mean? Like, that's like a dream, to have fun playing different characters with your friends, with your family, and you able to have some control. You don't got to be talking to customers all day. That's what I'm trying to make that transition, man. Like, I'll work until my time comes, but I would love to like not directly deal with customers. Like, you know what I mean? I love dealing with people in person or in something that's not like you're gonna yell at me for something somebody else did type of you know what I'm saying? Oh man. All right. That was the wrong cue, but I'll take it. I used to always do a final say and I will always be poetic. But yeah, that's not happening. But again, I hope what you got from this episode is that no matter what you do, change gonna come. Now you can meet it, you can try to prepare for it. Some change, and of course, some change you can never be ready for. But the ones that we do have control of, we got to be more intentional. Oh man, and I have a friend that the way she lives her life is simple but like powerful. She's like, when I take my days off and when I work, it's intentional. So it's not like she's going to work on some, or she's not taking, nobody takes time off and goes, right? But like, she makes decisions not based on what other people are going to think or if they're going to judge her, or if they're going to be different for her. Like, she puts herself first. And one of the most selfless people I've ever met in my life. She's so helpful. And I ain't gonna front, I respect people that are like helpful, but they put themselves first. When you helpful and you want to judge how somebody else helped because they decide to look out for themselves too. Can't pour from an empty cup. We all know that. That when that line first came out, it was fire. The airplane, or you got to grab your own mask. Man, like, get out of here with that shit. Use another analogy. Thank you for joining me today. It's been a while. I hope you loved the episode. If you didn't, go down the list and find somebody else to listen to. But if you did, I appreciate you. Love you. Until next time, peace, love, mundo. There we go. Come on.